Logistics makes the world work better.
When it's planes in the sky for a chain.
Hello, we'd like to introduce you to UPS. We're going to analyse their business environment using appropriate theories, concepts and models. UPS, or United Parcel Service, is one of the largest package delivery companies in the world. UPS is also a global leader in supply chain management, providing transportation, logistics and financial services in more than 200 countries and territories. UPS's world headquarters is in Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Founded in 1907 by a 19-year-old James E. Casey, UPS was originally called the American Messenger Company. UPS is known for their trademark brown delivery trucks, which originated from when Charlie Soderstrom joined the company in 1916, bringing brown automobiles, a colour which has been adopted into the brand identity ever since. In 1919, UPS adopted their current name, United Parcel Service. UPS employs over 400,000 members of staff. They operate a fleet of almost 100,000 delivery vans, lorries, tractors and motorcycles, as well as a fleet of approximately 527 aircraft. In 2010, UPS recorded revenues of almost $50 billion, which represented an increase of 9.4% over 2009. This translated into a net profit of $3.5 billion and a 62.2% increase over 2009. UPS operations can be divided into three segments. US domestic package business makes up 65% of total revenues. This includes packages up to £150 via ground and air throughout the 50 states of the US. UPS have a market share of almost 50%. International package business makes up around 20% of revenues. It offers parcel delivery to over 200 countries and territories and domestic services in over 20 countries other than the US. Freight and supply chain solutions make up around 15% of revenues. UPS have been involved in freight and supply chain solutions since the 1990s, which provides customers with complete supply chain management from warehousing and tracking of goods to the financing of purchases and transport. So, what challenges does UPS face in its industry? Which macroeconomic factors impact UPS? And what are their main strengths and weaknesses? Let's start and look at the external environment.
In order to analyse the macro environment surrounding UPS, we will use a pest analysis. This is a useful strategy tool for understanding the market growth or decline, the business position and the potential of the organisation. Government policies attempt to reduce carbon dioxide emissions, which directly influence transport costs in various ways. Fuel duties are being increased at a rate above general inflation. Also, distance-based road user charges have been introduced and low emission zones in numerous countries are established. In addition to the political unrest in oil-producing countries in the Middle East and North Africa has driven up the price of oil. Due to the recession in 2008, there has been a significant reduction in economic activity and therefore decreased demand for delivery services. This has especially impacted shipping between China and America, since America is China's biggest importer. Even now in 2011, UPS blames the third quarter slowdown largely on fears of a double-dip recession. Rising demands for crude oil has driven up prices, increasing UPS's costs. This is a direct result of high levels of industrial growth in China. Society in the 21st century expects fast and accurately delivered service. Specific consequences for the logistics sector include the need to provide on-time delivery and the ability to inform clients about the status of consignments in real time. Continuous technological advancement in logistics software allows UPS to extend a competitive advantage over their competitors with improved tracking and delivery scheduling. Logistic companies are pressured to integrate new technologies for fuel-efficient transport, such as hybrid vans, due to increased environmental awareness.
To analyse the microeconomic environment that surrounds UPS, we will use Porter's 5 forces. This breaks down the industry into elements such as competitors, buyers, suppliers, new entrants, and substitute products, and individually examines these. UPS only has a few established international competitors, which are the German DHL and the American FedEx. In this oligopolistic industry, the competition is quite high. However, as in most mature oligopolies, price wars are usually avoided. It must also be mentioned that all three established parcel delivery companies compete against national post companies, such as the Royal Mail. In the US, which is the major source of their revenue, they compete against the US Postal Service, who also have a large market share. So, globally, the power of competitors is low, but nationally it's high. So overall, the power of competitors is classified as medium. Potential new entrants to the parcel delivery industry experience high barriers, such as the various government restrictions of import and export, and the huge capital required to provide for the high fixed cost of the globally located hubs and other equipment required for establishing an international transport system. Therefore, the power of new entrants is very low. The expansion of the World Wide Web simplified communication and information transport. However, there are no substitutes if one needs to send a physical product to a different location. Therefore, the power of substitutes is low. The development of the Internet and other technologies has increased the pressure for immediate parcel tracking and express services. This became a critical aspect for customers when choosing their delivery company. They can easily switch between the three main competitors, and therefore the power is fairly high. As a logistics company, a majority of their services requires large amounts of fuel, whereas UPS has high power over its suppliers for packaging, for example. They only have little influence on fuel prices. Therefore, the power of suppliers is rated as medium. Giving all forces that are operating in favor of the profitability of UPS a star, it would mean the industry surrounding UPS is a 3 out of 5. The attractiveness of the industry is therefore classified as medium.
To summarise our analysis so far, we will apply a SWOT. To start off with the strengths, UPS has 100 years' experience in the logistics industry. They have developed a reliable global distribution network, enabling them to deliver 15.6 packages in over 200 countries and territories worldwide. UPS has established a wide range of products and services, allowing them to maximise revenue streams for each customer by meeting all of their logistic needs. Also, UPS has established a strong brand perception worldwide. Even though the recession has impacted UPS, it is currently in a strong financial position with a high liquidity, revenue and profits. A major weakness UPS faces is a 20% increase in long-term debts, which accumulated to over $10 billion in 2010. As a result of this, UPS has increased debt servicing costs, which decreased cash flows from operations. This leveraged position may limit their ability to obtain additional financing and lose its advantage to competitors with less debts. Also, UPS, unlike its non-unionized competitors, FedEx, is highly unionized, which means they face the risk of industrial actions such as a strike in 1997. They're currently involved in several costly legal proceedings, which involves various class action legislation under state wage and hour laws. UPS is an in-kind sponsor of the 2012 Olympics, which means they provide logistics services in return for promotional exposure in the UK. This contract is currently the biggest opportunity to acquire new multi-million-pound corporate customers, as they will gain access to all Olympic sponsors such as BP, Coca-Cola and Cisco. The growth of online shopping holds the opportunity for UPS to increase sales through developing agreements with online merchants such as Amazon and eBay. Also, China's economic development opens up new opportunities for business growth. UPS has invested $180 million in an air hub in Shanghai, the first constructed in China by a US carrier. This hub allows for a reduced shipment time for services to Americas, Europe and Asia. UPS has the opportunity to monopolize on their unique positioning in this region. UPS must maintain awareness of a number of threats which they face. The recent trend in rising fuel prices is set to continue and may even increase with the economic and political instability in oil-producing states, which will heavily influence their transport costs. Intense competition requires constant improvement in service quality and facilities provided in order to maintain a competitive advantage. International government policies require all shipping to conform to a number of security regulations, which are constantly being updated to combat increased threats of terrorism and crime. The recent European debt crisis poses a risk of a double-dip recession. This will have significant economic effect globally, threatening to influence UPS's operations.
As a result of our analysis, we have identified a number of key factors that must be given special and continuous attention in order to ensure high levels of performance in the future. For example, UPS could reduce the power of buyers by introducing a loyalty scheme that would increase customer retention levels and reduce the threat of customers switching service providers, especially because DHL already offers this to its customers. In terms of opportunities, UPS needs to focus on excellent service provision in the 2012 Olympics, so it can potentially acquire new lucrative contracts as well as enhance its brand image. To diminish the exposure to fuel price fluctuations, UPS should integrate financial instruments, such as options, in order to hedge against its operational risk. UPS should maintain the investment in alternative energy solutions to reduce their dependency on oil, but also seek to reduce their dependency on long-term debt as a source of finance. If UPS integrates these key factors into its strategy, it will be able to enhance its future success and will ensure a strong global market position whilst increasing profitability.
Stress 'cause you called UPS, that's legit.